The U.S. Sun can exclusively report that Wendy Williams appeared healthy when she made her first appearance in a year at a wellness store to purchase brain fog treatments. On Sunday, August 18, Wendy, 60, and her son Kevin Hunter Jr. were spotted in public for the first time since May 2023 when they went to African Bio-Mineral Cell Food, a store that sells herbal supplements in Newark, New Jersey. In addition, Kevin Jr. turned 24 on that day. The manager of the store, African Bio-Mineral Cell Food, exclusively told the U.S. Sun that he was present when the former daytime TV queen paid a visit to the establishment. They clarified that the owner and her son, Kevin, have been friends for a while. They weren't asking for anything specific when they came. Instead, they were talking about health and wellness, African's manager said. Wendy did express a desire to further detoxify herself. We anticipate having her back, so we can go into further detail, because it seemed like she wanted to know more about the products before jumping in. Regarding the visit, the manager went on, this served as a sort of icebreaker. They said she also mentioned that she wanted to concentrate on her circulation. They claimed Wendy appeared to have received care elsewhere and was investigating therapeutic options. They said, she didn't specify the kind of care she was receiving, but it appears that she's looking into other options and wanting to learn more. The manager described the well-known daytime talk show personality as very alert. Although I had anticipated her to be less astute, I was astonished. She was really aware other than that one brief time when she seemed to be looking away while we were chatting. I wasn't sure whether she was still with us. They shared, we talked about how we fixed the system, and she was asking me questions that showed she was listening and processing. The former TV personality added that she has been concentrating on eating healthier lately, including consuming more greens. Wendy received a variety of gifts when she was there. The proprietor is quite thoughtful. He offered her various shampoos, conditioners, and skincare products because it's difficult to get high-quality stuff like that. As a sort of beginning kit, she was also given general blood support herbs and sea moss because that's what we always provide. It's our fundamental recipe, they went on. The manager stated that the previous evening before their scheduled visit, they received a call from Wendy's son. Since her disappearance in May 2023, when the U.S. Sun exclusively disclosed that she was admitted to a treatment center following a medical emergency, Wendy has not been cited in public. Since then, Where is Wendy Williams? Is a docuseries that Lifetime released in February 2024. Throughout the show, and in the interviews that followed, Wendy's relatives and friends insisted they had no idea where the celebrity was, and that they had to wait for her to call, since they had no other means to get in touch with her. Following her hospitalization for a medical emergency in May 2023, Wendy checked herself into a clinic for the treatment of cognitive issues while battling alcoholism. At that time, her son Kevin Jr. informed the U.S. Sun that he had no idea where his mother was, and that he was only able to receive calls from her. Wendy's sister Wanda spoke up about her heartbreaking troubles after Lifetime's docuseries premiered in February of this year, telling people that Sabrina Morrissey, a court-appointed legal guardian, was the only person with complete access to Wendy. Wendy's closest friend Regina Shell stated in June 2024 that she feels Wendy was compelled to remain silent because she hasn't heard from her in more than a year. Wendy has really only spoken to her sister, father, and her son Little Kev, since she's been away since May of last year, and they have to wait for Wendy to call them. An exclusive source had previously told the U.S. Sun earlier this summer. Wendy's best friend Regina, who stayed with her for the summer of 2022, asked Wendy about her famous acquaintance in June during her first-ever long-form interview. Regina stated, I want people to know that Wendy is a real person, and this is not some karma is a **** thing, in reference to her best friend and the Wendy Williams talk show presenter. Talking is Wendy's life. Her whole claim to fame is talking. And I don't think she would be this quiet unless she was forced to be quiet, the actor's friend of more than 44 years remarked. Another person with strong ties to Wendy, however, claimed that the celebrity had been outspoken about how troubled she felt about her guardianship prior to her disappearance. There is no way in hell that she would not have responded to that Lifetime documentary, with all her family members appearing in it, a source had previously stated. I'm sure Wendy would have had something to say about all of that. Wendy's bank, Wells Fargo, locked her out of all of her accounts at the beginning of 2022 and filed a petition to have a guardianship hearing held for her. Wendy's lawyer sued Wells Fargo, claiming that the bank had been in possession of several $1 million worth of funds for the TV host's account and that Wendy had been refused access to her money for weeks. The star's Wells Fargo financial advisor informed the bank that Wendy was of unsound mind, and as a result, Wells Fargo refused her access to her accounts, according to a filing made at the time by Wendy's attorney. The bank stated that if it suspects financial exploitation, dementia, or improper influence, it may pause or reject instructions for a proposed transaction, pending judicial or administrative remedies. Next, the bank sought to ask the court to grant Wendy guardianship. As the U.S. Sun had previously exclusively disclosed, Wendy was put in a court-appointed guardianship under attorney Sabrina Morrissey in May 2022. After being absent for the whole of the last season, Wendy lost her own daytime talk program in June 2022.